The stock market doesn't reward people who react late. Markets always operate on the future and not on today's news. Great returns are always made by analyzing future earnings. Based on this framework, here are my 5 predictions for 2026. The stock market doesn't reward people who react late. It rewards people who think 1 year ahead. Now, these are in no way any tips. They are just my 5 market predictions for 2026 and how they will influence my investment decision. Markets always operate on the future and not on today's news. Great returns are always made by analyzing future earnings, structural sector trends, commodity supply and demand, liquidity, and policy decisions. Based on this framework, here are my 5 predictions for 2026. Coming to my first prediction, Indian equities might start outperforming after the first quarter of 2026. Now, historically, Indian bear markets rarely last more than 12 to 18 months. We are already seeing government and RBI support with income tax rate cuts, GST rate cuts, RBI liquidity infusion. The only major overhang now is the India-US tariff situation, which I expect to get it resolved by first quarter of 2026. Once these uncertainties clear, Indian markets might start pricing in recovery and get ready for the next rally. Coming to my second prediction, US markets will likely stay sideways in 2026. The Nasdaq 100 nearly delivered 20% returns in 2025, driven by an AI-led rally. In 2026, I expect extremely overvalued AI stocks to start correcting after the first quarter and other neglected US sectors to start recovering. So basically, sector rotation will come in play, and net 2026 US might give below 10% returns at an index level. My third prediction, copper could be the biggest commodity winner of 2026. Now, I am in no way a commodity trader, but copper is no longer just a cyclical commodity. It is becoming more like a structural asset. Its demand is just exploding. AI data centers require massive copper wiring. To put some context, one single gigawatt data center can consume 65,000 tons of copper. Even grid upgrades will drive 60% growth in copper demand. And the new favorite, EVs, use nearly 4x more copper than IC vehicles. With all this happening at the same time, the supply expansion has been really slow. Global estimates already point to a refined copper deficit of over 3 lakh tons, resulting in severe shortage of copper. Coming to my fourth prediction, gold could see a 10 to 15% correction in 2026. Gold rallied strongly in the first half of this decade, primarily due to 2 reasons: central banks buying gold to reduce USD dependency, and wars and geographical risks leading to uncertainty. And whenever such a situation arises, gold acts as a hedge and starts giving returns. But in 2026, I still expect central bank buying to continue, but at a much slower pace. And this slowdown can alone lead to a healthy correction in gold. Now, my final prediction, Bitcoin may continue falling from the first half of 2026 and then begin its next major rally. Bitcoin had a weak 2025 as it was down around 15% and 30% from its all-time high. But in 2026, I expect further downside in the first half, followed by a structural upcycle starting in the second half. High volatility is very normal in Bitcoin, and thus patience is key. Now, these are my 5 predictions. There is no guarantee that these will happen because market can change anytime due to wars, policy surprises, delay in tariff resolutions, and even budget 2026 decisions. And my views will keep evolving as these data points come in. Also, I'll keep sharing updates as these themes play out on my X profile, Vinayak Seth 1. You can follow if you want to read these updates. Also, if you want a follow-up video on high conviction sectors and stocks that I'm bullish for 2026, comment bullish below. Thank you for watching.